Welcome to FitBody Lifestyle, the show where we dive deep into the world of fitness, health, business, relationships, and the art of living a balanced life. I'm Jami.
And I'm Greg, and we're here to give you the benefit of our experiences in the fitness and bodybuilding industry, the corporate world, running a business, personal development, and building healthy relationships.
Whether you're sweating it out in the gym, hustling in your business, or seeking balance in your everyday life, you're in the right place.
So lace up those sneakers and grab that water bottle, and let's get ready to transform our minds, our bodies, and our lives.
Welcome back to another episode of FitBody Lifestyle and today's fusion hack. We're super excited. I'm here with my handsome husband.
and Greg's here too.
I didn't know I had a husband and a Greg. Okay.
Well, apparently
anyway,
you got some talking to do.
And we're here with the lovely Joanna Dara from Hormone Logics, and we got a great subject for you. But first of all, introduce yourself. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Well, thank you guys for having me.
We're
as
so
always.
happy to have you.
Hello, I am Joanna. I'm with Hormone Logics. Been there for 12 years, almost 13. And hormone specialist, been licensed nutritionist, dietitian, and becoming more of an advocate for your health throughout this entire process. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, I'm so excited to talk about this because it's such a hot topic right now is the GLP-1s. A lot of people may know, the pharmaceutical names, Ozempic, Mounjaro, the semaglutide.
Wegovy.
Yeah, so there's several of them out there, but we wanted to kind of dive in and talk about some of the benefits that aren't talked about as much as the weight loss aspect. So
the unknown ones.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about, first of all, tell us a little bit about what these medications are, what they do, and then we can kind of start to delve.
And before we get to that, so first of all, the announcement here, we did 2 full episodes with Joanna, and I forgot to ask her a check-in word. So I'm sorry about that. Do you want to give a check-in word for this at least? I'm just going to go back and cover that. So what's your check-in word?
Enthusiastic.
All right. I love enthusiastic. All right. Good. That's a beautiful one. And the second thing is we will do a full episode on this. So the purpose of this fusion hack is really just to kind of tease the topic, and then we'll do another full episode on it in a little while. But I did want to at least tease people that there will be more to follow. If you have questions, which is really good, that is an opportunity for you to like, comment, subscribe, leave your review, which I'll say again at the end. But give us your questions, and then we will be armed with those when we do the full episode. So that's one of the purposes of this. So Joanna, go ahead, GLP-1s, and what do they do?
What the heck are we talking about?
Yeah, so they're the big wave right now, and it's interesting because they've been around for a very, very long time. But when they first were introduced, it was for diabetes, and that's when people started taking it. Specifically, I'll just bring up there's multiple different names of different ones, but let's just say tirzepatide, just for the sake of not confusing all the different ones for right now. Tirzepatide actually became the FDA approved it for weight loss, because they found out that it was helping people lose weight by giving it to people for diabetes. So in 2022, they approved it as a weight loss drug. And since then, it's pretty much skyrocketed on the market, just like the semaglutide and now some of the other ones that are out there right now, like retatrutide and whatnot. Basically, each one has its own different sort of unique factor about them. I always say semaglutide's like the starter, which in my opinion, you kind of want to skip right over. That's my opinion of it. When people first started doing it, you found coming along with a lot of side effects, the nausea, the zero appetite, the no energy, that's not the goal. I mean, losing weight is one thing. Shutting off the brain is another thing. But shutting off the brain.
Fasting because you're nauseous,
fasting
isn't it?
because you're sick and not eating, that's not a quality of life. But, that's how it all started. And then the tirzepatide sort of came to the market, and it works on 2 different parts of the brain, the GLP and GIP receptors of the brain. I think I said that right. But, yeah, so one is more importantly the ghrelin. So if the ghrelin receptor of brain tells you, I'm not hungry, I don't have cravings.
Ghrelin being your hunger hormone.
I'm not hungry, I'm not having cravings. You can then live a proper lifestyle and go, so I'm not going to overeat. I know I still have to eat. So where this became a big thing in the world of like even in bodybuilding and everyday life for people that aren't, diabetic is and aren't obese and being overweight, but not obese, is they started using it in microdose form. And this allows for you to then keep that food noise out enough, but you still know that you have to eat and you can make good food choices. Well, the weight loss is coming down, but what's happening miraculously is we're maintaining our muscle. If you don't eat, you lose your muscle. The number's going to go down on the scale, but the first part of it that's going, your body's smart. It's going to go after the meat before it goes after the lard. So you're going to lose all your muscle. This way, it started realizing from a microdosing, we're maintaining muscle. I still have energy. I could still go to the gym. I could still do all these great things, but I don't have a desire to eat, but I know I have to eat. So I'm going to front load my proteins, make sure that I stay with fibrous foods, keeping the gut healthy, making sure that I'm using the restroom every day, doing all the things you're supposed to be doing without the food noise, and people are losing weight. The next step that came out of this was that what I like to say is the unknown, is we started realizing over the last year, people that had historically inflammatory markers, high inflammatory markers from autoimmune, they had never felt better in their life. Now, we've used peptides for autoimmune.
I have chills.
I literally got the same chills just now. We use peptides for autoimmunes. There's a lot of other things you can do, but being in this industry for so long and seeing this dynamic of people that have been suffering, and it's just a side effect of this drug. Remember what I said when we first started, the weight loss became a side effect of what it really was.
Bringing the blood sugar down.
Right, for if it's people are losing like the inflammation, they're feeling better, they feel more alert. Cardiac numbers. They are saying that people with high cardiac numbers, whatever, I'm not a cardiologist, I don't play one in a movie, nothing like that either. I don't understand the cardiac side of that when it comes to heart attacks and stuff. I know about how you get to that point, how to keep yourself healthy, supplements, all of that. And I'm not saying to take this because you have cardiac risk, but what I'm saying is that your cardiac numbers, your lipo-B proteins, your CK levels, your CPK levels, all of them are dropping. But these people aren't dropping. They're not obese. This is hereditary. This is their diet. This is things that are all, and you're seeing these numbers come down, my gosh. And then the best one is these girls that have been suffering with PCOS. It is insane to me how many girls that have been suffering through their monthly cycles and are feeling better because they're microdosing this. And it's important to make sure that you get, we said it, make sure you have your blood work, make sure you look at it, make sure you're getting it from a quality, you have that level of responsibility on you. Don't just take it and think that it's going to make you feel better.
Right. This is not a wonder. I mean, this is not a panacea. It's not going to cover everything.
Absolutely.
But the point that you're making is that there's a broader application for this than simply weight loss.
100%.
And I mean, when I started taking semaglutide, I started taking it for A1C, and it did help that. The tirzepatide helped it even more. So it's almost like I think of Botox. I mean, Botox was originally engineered for migraines, to deal with migraines, and then it found broader application in the cosmetic world, but still broader application.
There's other applications. They use it for bladder. They use it for over sweating. Yeah.
But I mean, to see that people that were just told by their gynecologist just go on a birth control pill, and we know that just leaves you open for a slew of other problems, to be able to use this and not to be suffering. And it's because of what it does. Well, anybody with PCOS usually has high insulin. Well, if this is what this is doing, well, it's almost like, duh.
Yeah.
How of course this is going to work. Let's do it. And it's so exciting. And I really, really would like to think that somewhere down the line in the next couple of years, the FDA will jump on board and approve this for these things too. But seeing the inflammatory markers in all aspects come down from this, incredible.
So exciting.
Incredible.
Life-changing.
Life-changing.
Yeah. Truly. I mean, I just get chills because I know how many I do, because I just know how many people's lives, can be affected in such a positive way, and people who are really suffering. I know I've heard from people with rheumatoid arthritis where this is changed their lives. Like you said, PCOS. So it's just, I think this is a really cool thing. And I know we're just kind of at the tip of the iceberg of really knowing, how this can best be utilized. And I agree. I hope that the FDA does get on board and starts to approve it for some of these other uses. But
Absolutely.
how exciting that, we
know.
have this, this amazing
And
thing
you're losing
that,
weight. And you feel good.
I mean,
and
exactly.
you're not losing muscle that you work so hard for.
Because the number one problem in America is obesity. So obesity drives diabetes, but a number cardiovascular, CVA. I mean, it's just.
But how about we think about it from a proactive standpoint for somebody that has historically has family that has had high risk for cholesterol, high risk genetic markers that are saying, genetically on paper, you're going to be behind the 8 ball when it comes to high cholesterol or cardiac risk, why not? Why wouldn't this be something to think further into? And again, I'm not a doctor. I don't play one. I don't pretend to be one, but I am a book nerd and I am a science nerd, and I will learn whatever I can and certify myself in whatever I can and go to every really smart person and learn from. Because
and you're dealing with patients on a regular daily basis.
All day
You're
long.
getting that feedback because you being that conduit between the doctors and the patient. I mean, it's what's cool about that is I feel like you're able to really learn so much and get so much
the
information.
biofeedback from them on when they're
you're seeing what really works.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, to
and
me,
then
there's
we pull the
value in
blood
that.
And you see the numbers, and then it's one thing to say it, but when you really see it, you're like in tears because you're like, wow, this is really working. It's not in our heads,
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. I'm really excited for the future of it. I'm really excited to do a whole thing on it. And
we're excited too.
Yeah.
And if you want to get in touch with Miss Joanna, you can get in touch with her at hormonelogics.com. And they have a full squad, platoon, brigade of people that can help with you with your optimization of your health, which is really the purpose that Hormone Logics, and I can assure you that that's what Joanna is definitely focused on. And for us, remember to like, comment, subscribe, leave your review. And Joanna, do you want to give us a checkout word since we're done with this now today?
Happiness.
Happiness. Awesome. I love that word.
Well, we're happy that you're here. Thank you so much for being here and sharing so much about your experience and knowledge. We really appreciate it so much.
I appreciate you guys more than you can even put into words.
Well, we will just share that love. And we're going to share that with you. So be good to yourself.
Be good to each other.
And be safe. Take care, everybody.
Thank you for tuning in to FitBody Lifestyle. We hope today's episode has left you feeling motivated and equipped to tackle your fitness goals, business challenges, and the daily dance of life. Remember to value progress over perfection. Life's tough enough alone. Find the chosen family around you to help you along the way.
If you enjoyed today's episode, we'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe and leave us a review on your favorite streaming platform. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at FitBodyFusion.